Are you at heart an explorer who enjoys exploring uncharted locales and secret areas? Then read on for our list for the world's most incredible undiscovered locations. Whether it's by professional photographers or amateurs, fresh, strange locations and breathtaking natural beauty are found every day in our world of wonders. The greatest diversity of the magnificent scenery is offered by various geographic regions, climate conditions, and even seasons. Pink lakes, stunning lavender or tulip fields, breathtaking gorges and mountains, and other incredible spots to visit that you can hardly believe truly exist. Welcome to Good Lucks, a channel dedicated to inspiring you to expand your mindset, make general life breakthroughs, and realize your full potential to see what life has to offer. We are aware that we are spoiled with charming towns and gorgeous beaches, but what about the bizarre shapes, colors, and phenomena that nature alone may create? Don't those ethereal settings only exist in children's stories and imaginations? I think not. We've hand-selected some of the most exotic locations you won't believe genuinely exists, including multicolored mountains in China, a sea of stars in the Maldives, and the pinkest lakes you could conceive in Mexico. So without further ado, let's begin. Las Coloradas, Mexico. Ever wanted to swim in a crystal clear ocean that was pink? Truth be told, you can. One of the world's most beautiful places can be found in Las Coloradas, a city on Mexico's northeast coast. But where does the color come from? The tiny microorganisms that inhabit the lagoon, such as brine shrimp and red plankton, are responsible for the water's chemical coloring. Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. The most astoundingly alien phenomenon on the list is probably Turkmenistan's appropriately called Door to Hell, or Gates of Hell, which is located in the north. To stop the spread of lethal methane gas, a 69-meter-wide natural gas crater that was created when a gas field collapsed underground was set on fire. Since then, it hasn't extinguished itself. Grand Prismatic Spring, USA. There are many stunning landscapes in Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park, but its crowning glory is the Grand Prismatic Spring, the largest and unquestionably most impressive hot spring in the US. We won't go into detail about the extremely technical explanation for the vibrant colors, but it's a gigantic rainbow under the earth. That is the coolest thing there is. Kawah Ijen Volcano, Indonesia. Nothing nearly prepares you for the sight of the volcano's crater in Java, ablaze with vivid blue flames shortly before sunrise. Nothing will quite prepare you for this either, but it's not in the same way. Hike up the volcano, past the sulfur miners carrying enormous tons of bright yellow sulfur on their backs, and down into the crater for one of the most spectacular experiences of your life. Lake Baikal, Russia. There are several reasons why Lake Baikal, which is located in southern Siberia, Russia, is extraordinary. The first thing is, as you can see, the enormous icebergs that form when the sea freezes in the winter and turn a brilliant pure turquoise. The ice hummocks can rise to 50 feet in height. Second, with 20% of the globe's unfrozen fresh water, Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater lake in the world. Thirdly, it is the deepest lake in the world, with a depth of around 1,700 meters. Considering that this is also one of the purest lakes in the world, this is rather incredible. Oh, and it's estimated to be 25 million years old, making it the oldest lake in the world as well. Marble Caves, Chile. The General Carrera Lake, which connects Chile and Argentina, contain these marble caverns. The Capilla de Marmol caves, which are among the most magnificent caves in Patagonia, are possibly the most well-known. The marble effects of the cave networks, which were created by flowing water over millions of years, have drawn photographers and students from all around the world. The brilliant blue waters reflect light as it bounces into the tunnels, creating an amazing spectacle. Painted Dunes, USA. Northern California's Lassen National Park is home to the Painted Dunes, fantastic lava fields, and the 700-foot-tall volcano Cinder Cone. The oxidized volcanic ash that dropped onto the still hot lava flows is what gives the dunes their vivid pinkish-red hues. Volcanic eruptions create the bizarre landscape of Lassen National Park. Is there anything cooler than that? Sea of Stars, Maldives. The Sea of Stars on Vadhu Island truly resembles something out of a fairy tale or a child's imagination. The stars wash up on the strand due to the bioluminescent natural chemical reaction, which is one of the most romantic phenomena on Earth. Again, if we explained the entire process, it might sound a bit too much like a biochemistry thesis. But the processes that result in the neon blue light happen in phytoplankton. Cueva de los Cristales, Chihuahua, Mexico. You shouldn't feel bad about not knowing about this cave of crystals, because nobody has ever heard of it before 2000. Two brothers were drilling here at the time in search of silver, and they unintentionally discovered an enormous cavern crammed with 30-foot-tall translucent crystals, some of which were about 500,000 years old. The magma field that runs a mile beneath your feet will welcome you with triple-digit heat and 90% humidity if you can endure a 20-minute van ride through the mineshaft. Dean's Blue Hole, Long Island, Bahamas. The Caribbean has some wonderful beaches. Additionally, there are several bizarre cenotes in Mexico. The largest blue hole in the world, Dean's Blue Hole, combines the two, albeit underwater. In all honesty, the limestone walls and white sand beach that surround the hole may also be included because they're magnificent. However, once you pass the initial 60-foot bottleneck, Dean's Blue Hole expands to become one of the world's largest underwater cenotes. Filled with turquoise water, seahorses, and tropical fish, tarpon and snapper love it. It is as picturesque below the surface as it is above, due to the clear view and lack of current. Lençóis Maranhenses, Maranhão, Brazil. The state of northeast Brazil, where magnificent coastal dunes sway over 600 square miles of shoreline, has a name that translates to bedsheets of Maranhão. Sand from the interior of the country is transported to the coast by the Parnaíba and Reguichas rivers, where it is carried by the ocean currents and returned to the shore by northeasterly winds that blow inland. Even though the region may appear to be a desert, during the rainy season, ephemeral lakes appear in between the dunes and frequently serve as excellent fishing spots. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. In this verdant area of County Antrim, 40,000 interlocking basalt columns protruding from the waves. Two explanations are possible: a volcanic eruption 60 million years ago, or an angry Irish giant engaged in combat with a Scottish rival, also a giant. Although the likelihood of a volcanic eruption is greater, we like the story of the irritable big giants. Devil's Lake, Tanzania. Lake Natron in Tanzania has to be among the most terrifying locations on the planet. The lake is as tranquil as it gets, but what lies within the lake frightens people. Because of the sodium carbonate that seeps into the lake from the nearby hills, its pH balance is extremely high. The sodium carbonate is what gives the lake its distinctively ominous red hue. It might also be a result of all the animals that drank from the lake and immediately passed away. Blood Falls, Antarctica. There is a waterfall that gushes from the Taylor Glacier in the center of the McMurdo dry basins in Antarctica. Geologists and scientists are quite confused by the location of this blood waterfall, which is one of the oddest sights in the entire globe. The components of the red plasma become apparent upon closer inspection of the gooey red liquid. It is a brine that is high in iron oxide, which gives the liquid its reddish hues. Iron oxide, which is present in large concentrations with water, slows the flow of the liquid and prevents it from freezing over. We appreciate you sticking with us until the end, and as a token of our appreciation, we would like to provide another point for your enjoyment. Silfra Rift, Iceland. The Sulphur Rift is the next destination on the list of the oddest locations to visit. Divers from all over the world flock to the Sulphur Fissure, which is located in Iceland. The 206-foot dive takes place in extremely chilly seas, necessitating the use of special thermal diving equipment by the divers. However, the placement of the fissure is more important than the fracture. The rift is directly between the tectonic plates of Eurasia and North America. This enables divers to enter the rift and, at a specific location along the stretch, simultaneously touch both continents. Any additional questions or comments should be posted in the comments section. Please engage this post in every way possible. Thank you. If you liked the video, click the like and subscribe buttons so that others can see it and be motivated. Enable the notification bell as well so you don't miss any new videos regarding personal growth. I'm grateful for your curiosity. I'll see you next time.